everyone, welcome back to the channel, and I've got another really cool in-depth review for you guys today of one of the hottest new items that was literally flying off the shelves at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on May the 4th here in East Batuu and West Batuu. The brand new brown box. No, it's not just a brown box. It is. Anybody know that symbol? It is the brand new Sith Wayfinder. How cool is that? Something we've asked for ever since the Rise of Skywalker. The Sith Wayfinder finally came out at Galaxy's Edge. It was a surprise release. Like, I was literally waiting for my virtual queue line to get into Doc Ondar's because the line was insane. And I start seeing people carrying these brown boxes, which immediately piqued my interest. I'm like, I actually literally went up to somebody and asked. I'm like, hey, what's in the brown box? And they proceeded to tell me that is a Sith Wayfinder that just released, on May the 4th. And I'm like, no freaking way. So on top of the Cal Kestis, set that I got, I had to grab me a Wayfinder because it's way cooler than I actually thought it was going to be. Because I started doing a little research, saw some pictures. I thought it was just, just like a figure or, like a little statue, just of the Wayfinder. But coming to find out, it is fully interactive, just like the holocrons that interacts with all the Kyber crystals. So now we have the Jedi Sith holocrons, your Savi's workshop, lightsabers, and now this Sith Wayfinder all work with all the Kyber crystals. So very cool. We're going to take a look at this thing, and I actually have my full set of crystals that we are going to go through every single one and hear what it's got to tell us. And it's going to be a very long video, so yeah, enjoy. So before we open this bad boy up and take a look, let's take a look at literally the brown box. But got this really cool Sith symbol in the top. It's plastic, but it's got like a texture to it that is supposed to make it seem like it's some type of cast of like brick or block casting or something like that. And on the bottom, you got all your instructions. Sith Wayfinder, got a bunch of different instructions, yada yada yada. Price tag. These are, can you see that? $49.99. They are exact same price as the holocrons. They are $49.99 as well. But PSA, before we get into this, these things come sealed with tape all the way around, like the Legacy lightsabers, if you're familiar, if you bought any of those. But the tape goes underneath this little label on the bottom. You can see right there, see the little tab of tape? It literally goes underneath this. So if you just willingly just rip the tape off, not paying attention, you will tear your your label and your instructions on the bottom of it. Some of you might not care about that, but for me, who likes collecting stuff and likes all my paperwork and all the the labeling and stuff to be pristine, be careful. I actually had to take a utility knife and cut off all 4 little tabs because there's 2 pieces of tape wrapped around this bad boy. So I cut off all the tabs nice and clean so it didn't end up ripping, the label on the bottom, because it is paper. And like I said, if you just gone, you'll shred it, and then you'll be like, I wish I didn't do that, because it'll be destroyed, and then nothing you can do about it at that point. But I wish the holocron, now that I see this with the Wayfinder, I wish the holocrons came in a cool little box like this. You get the little, I got my Jedi ones in it. It comes in the cool little black spire pouch, which is cool. But this is super cool. Cool. Super cool. Now, let's get into this, which at the time, I did not realize. I opened the one they were showing on display. I'm going to put a picture up right here. It was a black Wayfinder. Well, I buy mine, I get home, I open it up, and I find this. And I'm like, the hell is this? Because the one that they were showing and demonstrating in Doc Ondar's was black. And I'm like, okay, did I get one that wasn't painted? Or like, what is the deal here? And it comes with like a little cord, and you'll get into how it works and everything, but it came with a cool little cord, and the cord was white or gray. It's more like a gray, the same color as this. I'm like, well, maybe it's like a variation, and I didn't realize that there was 2 different variations, and that just happens to be the case. There is a black one and a gray one. And it's random. There's nothing on the box that says, hey, this one's black or this one's gray. They just literally have a shelf with a million of them, and you grab one and you pray that you get the color you want. So I wanted a black. I got this. So what did I do? I went back, bought another one, and luckily I got a black one on my second try. So it's, the unfortunate thing is, if you buy these and say you get the gray one, and you wanted a black or vice versa, and you've opened it, ripped the tape off and everything, are they going to take it back and say, hey, I wanted a gray one and you got a black, or vice versa? I don't know. I doubt they're going to do that, because if they were going to do this randomly, there should be some type of something on the box signifying that this is a gray one and this was a black one. That's a little poor design in my opinion, because there's a lot of people gonna want the black one. It looks authentic. It looks like the one from the movies. Everybody's gonna want the black one. So when I opened this, I seriously was like, what the hell is this? This is not what I was expecting. But come to find out, like I said, 2 different colors. Don't freak out if you buy one, or you order one offline or have it shipped to you. If you get a gray one, don't freak out. It's not a defect. They're just random. I'm assuming it's probably 50-50, and unfortunately, that's the way it's going to be. There's no way to specify, which color you're going to get. So I got lucky. I went back, bought a second one, and I got one of each, because I wanted. And once I saw this, I definitely wanted this, and I'll keep them both because they are pretty cool. See how the gray one, actually the glassing on it is white, so it actually looks pretty cool. They both got their own unique little look to them, so I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, I'd like to have one of each. So it'll go nice with my holocrons, like one of kind of almost like a Jedi and a Sith one, honestly. But let's take a look at the bottoms of these really quick. Got the Sith logo on the bottom. There's your on-off switch for power. They are battery powered, not rechargeable. Kind of another unfortunate thing, because they do use a lot of juice I did a little playing around with them so I get familiar with these things before we started filming. But they are battery powered. I believe it was AA. Yes, the AA, the fatter ones. So these things are probably going to suck some batteries. So it's unfortunate. They're not rechargeable. But what you going to do? Complain, and nothing's going to happen, because we can't fix it at this point. So, like I said, little Sith logos on the bottom. They do have some Arabish. I didn't take the time to translate it. Maybe someday I will. But other than that, very cool design. Kind of got the Rocky look to it. The glass is different on each one. Yeah, very cool design. They will be very cool just as a nice little feature sitting there on the shelves. Now, I did play around with it. I'm thinking, okay, maybe other than color, there is, maybe they have different voices. They're different, they say different things when you interact with the crystals. Fortunately, it's not. It's literally just the color. They give the exact same voices, the exact same, the exact same narrating voice. The same crystal will give you the same, response in each one. So other than color, there is no difference in either one. So if you only want one, just buy one and you're good to go. It's not like you're missing out if you don't have the opposite color, which, once again, unfortunate. So we do have some plus sides that we have these, but we're already starting to pile up the unfortunate list of batteries. No signal, no on the box, and it's saying if it's gray or white or gray or black. No separate voicing or anything from different colors. So we're starting to add up a list to these of what's unfortunate, but we're gonna go with the gray one today. And since they are all the same, I keep saying gray when I'm talking about the black. We're gonna use the black one because that's the one that's most authentic to the ones from the movies. Rise of Skywalker. Now, in the box comes Wayfinder. And it comes with this little dealy cord. You're like, what the heck do I do with this thing? Well, if you looked at the instructions, or read the instructions, I read them 3 times. I still had no clue how this thing worked. It's very, very bad instructions on how to use this thing. It's, again, the list of negatives is piling up a little bit again on these. So I played around with this thing for probably 15 to 20 minutes until I actually figured out how to get it to function correctly. So now that I know how to work, these images make a lot more sense. But you're going to take that little cord. There's a little hole in the side right there. And you're going to stick that little fat end in there. Little square end. Plugs into there. And then make sure your switch is on, which I did not do. Pretty stupid, I know. Make sure it's on first. And then you literally, the opposite side of the cord, you wrap the cord around and it magnets. See, just turned on. And now it's illuminated green. And it made like a little buzzing now, and it literally does nothing until you interact with the crystal now. I have all these prepared, so if that's all you wanted to see, good to go. End the video now. But I'm going to go through every single one of these crystals and give you a little preview on how this thing works. So this may take a little bit of a time. Actually, at first when I grabbed the black one, I want to do the black one last because I did not even play around with that one. Now I have all 4 variations of the red crystals. I'm very curious if the different reds, say, you know, because the 4 red crystals, Dooku, Maul, Vader, and Palpatine, all give you different voices with the holocron. Now, will they give you a different voice with or message with the Wayfinder? But what you're going to do, take your crystal, right underneath where you just connected that, you know, that magnet thing, is where you're going to be putting the crystal, and it should read it. Should read it. Here, now it's not going to do it. There it goes. And it does like a little programming, and then it does its thing.
Mustafar is a bleak world of stark black rock and bright lava seas that occupies an unstable orbit between 2 massive gas giants deep in the outer rim.
Now that was, I'm already going to guess that was Vader, because that's the Vader Crystal, because it mentioned Mustafar. Now if you use the same crystal twice, it actually gives you a second message.
Mustafar is a hostile and dangerous planet, but also a valuable one. Its molten oceans and superheated mantle are mined for rich minerals by the Techno-Union and other corporations. Darth Vader built a grim castle on Mustafar. Inside its walls, he meditated on the dark side of the Force, channeling his rage and pain to gain power as a Sith.
So this is definitely the Vader Crystal. So what it originally did, it gave you the map, star map location of how to get to Mustafar, and then it gives you, you know, the messages of that's on the Vader Crystal. So that was 3. Is there a 4th one?
Vader chose Mustafar as his sanctum because his life had nearly ended there. The planet was the site of his fateful duel with Obi-Wan Kenobi, a confrontation that left Vader burned and maimed.
So there's 4 messages on the same crystal.
Mustafar is a bleak world of stark black rock.
Then we're back to the original message. So it appears that there may be 4 messages, at least on the Vader Crystal. Enough, I'm trying to talk here. 4 messages on the Vader Crystal. So that kind of already answered the first question I had, is will each of the red crystals have a different message on them? So that right there, that basically answers that, because that was the Vader Crystal. So, and that gave us 4 Vader messages. Now let's see which one we got here next. Now this is going to be the Darth Maul.
Dathomir is a legendary world in the Outer Rim's Quelly sector, known as a haunt of witches and strange beasts. Its eerie landscapes lie beneath skies colored blood red by a dim, bloated sun.
Very cool. Now, I'm not going to go through, we've got a lot of crystals to go through, so I'm not going to go through all the messages on every single crystal, but there you go. I mean, it goes to show you that if you don't have all 4 variations of the red crystals, and I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same for the other crystals, which I don't even have all the variations of the other colors, which I'm going to have to try to get my hands on now, knowing that they're even more messages than just the holocrons. But you're going to need to get a variation of all the reds. It's good on Disney to get people to buy more crystals. But that was the Vader, that was the Maul. We did the Vader, the Maul. And it just takes, only thing I don't like is it takes a long time for it to map out that star location, which really slows down the process. If we could roll through these crystals pretty quickly. This is the Palpatine. Maybe. There, it's a little finicky on the little connection here.
Naboo is a beautiful planet in the Mid-Rim, shared by the native Gungans and humans who migrated there from the heart of the galaxy thousands of years ago.
There you go. Palpatine is Naboo. So what we had, Mustafar for Vader, Dathomir for Maul, Naboo for Palpatine, Dooku will be our next crystal we're going to try out.
Sereno is a mountainous world located amid a scattering of wealthy planets just off the muddy Hydian Way trade route in the galaxy's outer rim.
Serena, there you go. There's Dooku's. Alright, let's see. Let's try the blue crystal. Those are all Sith crystals into the Sith Wayfinder. Let's see what one of the light side crystals does here. I don't even remember which blue I have, but we're about to find out.
Is a lost world located deep in the galaxy's unknown regions, far from any trade route and considered a myth by most explorers and historians.
Octu for my blue crystal that I have. Now let's try the yellow. We're just going in whichever one I grab next here that I have sitting. Let's go ahead and do it with yellow. It's cool how it changes the colors to the color of the crystal as well.
Coruscant is a planet-sized city located in the galaxy's core. It has served as the capital of galactic civilization for many thousands of years.
So yellow is Coruscant. See, I'm hoping, so I don't have to buy more of the crystals. Is that the light side crystals are the same planet. Like all the purples are this give you the same message, and the Sith ones are only different because they have the different character voices on them. But could be wrong.
The harsh, rocky world of Geonosis is located in the outer rim near Tatooine and encircled by a ring of dangerous, tumbling debris.
So your purple crystal is Geonosis. We've got two more. Let's do the white one. Actually, we'll save the green one for last.
A ravaged world located near the Hydean Way. Mandalore is home to clans of proud warriors who value honor above all other things.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. The white crystal is Mandalore. Interesting. Alright, we got our green. Actually, I do have two more crystals that I'm not sure if they actually do anything special, but those Force Guidance crystals, if you all remember those, I'm curious if they give a different message since they are still green and red. Let's get this green one done, and then we'll try the green Force Guidance one to see if it gives a different message.
A beautiful green world, Naboo sits amid a tangle of star systems near the borders of the Outer Rim, and is known for his love of art and culture.
Didn't we already have a Naboo? There's so many it's gone through, I'd forget, but I thought we already had a Naboo, but the green crystal just gave Naboo again. So I'm very curious. I'm pretty sure we did a Naboo, but I don't remember. If we did a Naboo, please remind me in the comments, because I don't remember. But we're going to try the green Force Guidance crystal now, which gives you the Yoda's voice, but I'm curious if it has a different message since the last one was green as well.
An uncharted world deep within the Outer Rim, Dagobah is a swampy planet teeming with plant and animal life, making it a wellspring of the living force.
Well, there you go. The green Force Guidance gives you Dagobah. So there you go. So they do have a different message on the Force Guidance crystals. Now this one is, well, see, that was because that was your Yoda. This is Vader's voice on the red Force Guidance. So is that going to give us the Vader message of Mustafar again, or if it's going to have something a little different?
only planet on the galaxy's edge. It was the site of an ancient war between the Jedi and the Sith, a terrible conflict whose echoes can still be felt in the Force.
There you go, Malachor. So the Force Guidance Crystals both have different planets on them, which basically doesn't surprise me to get you to buy one of each crystal. So, and I have one left. My highly precious black crystal that literally only took me 2 tries to get when I first got this, which I believe I walked in there one day as I struggled to get the plastic out. I walked in there, I literally bought 2 crystals. You're like, I want to try to get a black crystal. I literally bought 2, one of them was black. I'm like, there's no way it's that easy. But here it is.
The Maxine Station is an ancient construct orbiting a dying star deep in the Outer Rim. Centuries ago, it was used as an outpost by the fierce Maxine warriors.
With a Maxine Station. So, even the black one's got a different, see now, this is where I wish I had literally the full set of crystals, because I know there's multiple greens, there's a couple yellows, a couple white. I think there's 2 whites and some purples, but yeah, I wish I had them all, because so I actually knew if the multiple different greens gave different messages, just like the multiple reds. So there you go. Quick, well, not really, I'd say quick, but this video, how long is this video been? 27 and counting minute video. So it's definitely not a quick video. If you've made it all the way to the end watching me do all this, you're a true trooper for sticking it out that long. But like I said, these are very cool. I love the interactiveness. Very cool, awesome collectible. It does have its flaws, though, in my opinion. You know, I mean, minor. The color thing I don't really care for. That they don't specify on the box which one's which, because you could literally buy 2 of these and get 2 blacks or 2 grays. I don't like that they're battery powered and not rechargeable like the holocrons. The instructions were a little wonky for sure. It took me a while to figure out the instructions, but that's why I am here, to tell you how to do it so you don't have to fumble around with it. I feel like there was something else that I said that I didn't particularly care for. But yeah, still, I mean, even though it's got its downsides, these are still super cool. Definitely love when they throw out these nice surprises. What did I do with the, there you go, what did I do with the gray one? Definitely cool surprise whenever they throw out these surprise little things that we weren't expecting to get. But there you go. What do you guys think? Are you going to pick up one of these Wayfinders? You can try to get one of each color like me, or you're just going to be like, nah, it's cool, but I don't really need it. So, but cool, it's interactive with all the crystals, just like the holocrons. So they're really finding more and more ways to utilize those crystals that they sell there, because need to keep selling those crystals. And suckers like me, look how many do I have? 1 and 2. They changed the color, they got me to buy 2. So plan perfectly executed by Disney and Star Wars to get me, sucker, to buy both. So you guys one of each color. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a long video. Like I said, if you made it to the end, I'm proud of you, and thanks for sticking it out and just checking out all these cool crystals. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for the likes, the comments, and the subscription. I can't. I've talked so much I can't even anymore. Just end the video. This has been the Wayfinder, Pendifo Wayfinder perspective.